All right. Fine. Okay, let's start. All right. So, last week, right? Last week we discussed about sole proprietorship businesses. Ne? Sole proprietorship businesses. First of all, we started business organizations. So, under that, we discussed what is a business organization. Then we classified business organizations into three concepts. The three concepts are first one according to the ownership, and the second one is according to the objective, and the third one is according to the scale. And we learn about different criteria when we select whether a business is a small and medium scale business or a large scale business according to or under the scale. Right. Then we started a sole proprietorship business. Then we introduced what is a sole proprietorship business, and we discuss about the characteristics of sole proprietorship business, as well as we discuss about advantages and disadvantages of sole proprietorship business. And not only that, we discuss three common characteristics affect to all these organizations. We can call a legal personality, continuous existence, and liability. Right. So today we are going to learn about partnership businesses. Partnership businesses. Write down this topic. Partnership businesses. Right. So, partnership business. What is a partnership business? So before we discuss about sole proprietorship business, in sole proprietorship business, there is only one owner. Right? There is only one owner. But for a partnership, there should be 2 to 20 owners. Right? So for a sole proprietorship, we call them as owners. So as a partnership, there can be 2 to 20 owners. So we call these owners as partners, right? Partners, because they are the partners of this business, right? So, what is a partnership business? Partnership business means the relationship among individuals, conducting a business in common with an objective. Common. So let's say that you guys are teachers, right? Let's say teachers. So there you have 4-5 teachers for different subjects, for science, maths, English, Buddhism, Sinhala, likewise, history, likewise, right? So you guys decide to start an institute, educational center. So you guys get together, no? So you guys get together and you start a business. So we call it is a relationship, ne? The relationship among individuals. So that guys, they have a relationship among them, ne? Among that individuals. So and they are conducting a business in a common with an objective, right? In common with an objective. Your objective is a common objective, right? So always you try to develop your education center, ne? And to earn a profit, right? To common with an objective to earn a profit, develop your education center and earn a profit. So we can consider these kind of businesses as partnership, right? So partnership means the relationship among individuals, among individuals conducting a business, conducting a business in common, in common with an objective to earn a profit. To earn a profit. නේ ලාභ අරමුණු කරගෙන පුද්ගලයන් කිහිප දෙනෙක් කණ්ඩායමක් එකතු වෙලා පවත්වාගෙන යනු ලබන එහෙම නැත්නම් පොදු ලාභ පොදු අරමුණක් යනතේ ලාභ අරමුණු කරගනිමින් පුද්ගලයන් කිහිප දෙනෙක් එකතු වී පවත්වාගෙන යනු ලබන ව්‍යාපාරයකට අපි කියනවා අවුල් ව්‍යාපාරයකට partnership business එකක් කියනවා. Right? So partnership business is the relationship among individuals conducting a business in common with an objective to earn profit. In common with an objective. In common පොදුවේ with an objective to earn profit. ලාභ ලැබීම අනුමත කරගෙන පොදුවේ කට්ටියක් නේ කරගෙන යනවා partnership business here. Not only teachers. For lawyers also they can be. Lawyers, few of lawyers can join and work together and conduct a partnership business. Accountants, no, they can start a law firm. And chartered accountants also they can start a partnership business and conduct an accounting firm, accounting firm, right? So like this, and for engineers, civil engineers also can start a partnership business. They can start a construction construction partnership business. So likewise, they can start a partnership business, right? Okay. So this is the lesson which having the most effect for these things. So I got 92 marks for midterm test for BS. Right? Good. Very good. Yeah. Right. Right. Okay. Then, so this is the partnership business can relationship among individuals conducting a business in common with an objective to earn a profit. Not illegal. Right. So this lesson, in this lesson, we have to learn few acts, right? We have to learn about few acts. So mostly acts related to partnership business. Acts related to partnership businesses. Right. Right. So this one is very important, right? The first one. Sorry. Following act. Right. Company Act number 7 of 2007. That's අපි අංක 7 දරන සමාගම් පනත, right? In this act, they have mentioned that number of members, number of owners, we can say as partners also. Minimum 2 to maximum 20. Right? මෙන්න මේක තමයි තියෙන්නේ මේ act එකේ. In this act, act number 7 of 2007, they have clearly mentioned as a partnership business, there must be minimum 2 and maximum owners. Owners means partners in a partnership business. Right? This is the first act, right? And the second one. Partnership Act number 1890. Right. In this act, they have mentioned how to start, manage, and disclose a partnership. In this act, they have clearly mentioned. How to start a partnership business, how to continue, how to do the operations in a partnership business, how to close a partnership business, how to manage and how to close a partnership business. Right. And the third one. Right. Fraud Prevention Act. Fraud Prevention Act. Number 7 of 1840. 7 of 1840. Make 1840 and it's a logo important fraud prevention act. Right? So in this act, they have clearly mentioned if the opening balance, the opening capital is, if the opening capital is more than 1,000 rupees, then it is a must to maintain a written agreement. Right? In this one, written agreement means we can give you written agreement means partnership deed. Right. The third one. Right, මේ ඔක්කොම වෙන වෙනම වලට දැන් කියලා දෙනවා. හරි. ඔක්කොම වෙන වෙනම කියලා දෙනවා. හරි. ඊළඟ next one. Fourth one. Last one, right? මේක තමයි වැඩිපුර max තියෙන්නේ මේ lesson එකේ, right? Fourth one, business name. ඔයාලා දන්නවා මේ act එක. Audience act number 6 of 19, 18. Right? Making what again? Make it, if the partners are using their full names to the business, it is not mandatory to register. Right? මේක තමයි තියෙන්නේ. ඒකේ මොකද අරකම තමයි. Right? Like corporation business. I think you remember. So as a sole proprietorship business, if the owner uses his full name to the business, then it is not mandatory to register. So like this, for partnership also same. If the partners use their full name to the business, then it is not mandatory to register. Let's say that there are two partners. Then making again. Again, Amal Pereira. And the other Kamal Fernando. එහෙම වුණොත් එයාලගේ නම් වෙන්න ඕන මොකද්ද? Amal Pereira and Kamal Fernando partners. එතන partners 10 දෙනෙක් ඉන්නොත් 10 දෙනාගේ full name දාලා පටන් ගන්නවා. Right? එහෙම වුණොත් then it is not mandatory to register. If not, එහෙම නැත්නම් it is mandatory to register. So in practical, in real world examples, we can't see like that. We can't see like that, but there are a few might happen, right? So all these are the acts effect for a partnership business, right? Yeah, about Uncle Vinadi Bankaran. So, Naditi, මොන question වලින්ද අහලා තිබ්බේ ප්‍රශ්න? Do you have the paper?
Sir, I have the paper.
Sorry,
I have the paper.
oh, can you please WhatsApp?
Sir, is it okay if I send you after the class?
Yeah, sure, no problem, no problem.
Okay, sir.
So they have asked only from the first lesson, no?
First, second, and the third up to the sole proprietorship.
Up to sole proprietorship, no?
Yeah.
So then this Andrew is a good grade, very good mark for this thing. Bankaran, right? ඉක්මන් කරන්න ඉක්මන් කරලා යන්න right? අපි මේක තාම ඩිස්කස් කරේ නෑ right? තාම ඩිස්කස් කරන එකකින් ටක් කරලා යන්න අපිට වැඩි පටන් ගන්න. හරි? Netaya පුතේ write down this right? Acts related to partnership business. ඒක ටිකක් ගාලා ලියා ගන්න.
Okay, sir.
Right. So, did you write the definition of a partnership business?
Yes, sir.
All right, okay, good. Tell me when you're finished, right? Hurry up, Udala. මේක සමහර MCQ questions වලට අහනවා right මේ actually අහනවා මොකක්ද case එක කියලා. හරි ඉතින් හොඳට බලාගන්න. සමහර කෙනෙක් අනිවාර්යෙන් මේක එකක් අහනවා. හරි. first time එක කොහොමද අහනවා. හරි බලලා finish. හරි up. Oh, come on. ඉක්මන් කරන්න. Right on. But tell me when you're finished, right? Kalau makan Chutak Kiana, please.
Okay, sir.
Others?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Right. Okay. And I will tell you it again about these three acts. Company Act number 7 of 2007, right? In this act, they have clearly mentioned as a partnership business, there must be at least minimum 2 members and not more than 20 members. It means 2 to 20 owners must be in a partnership business, right? And the next one, Partnership Act number 1890. This is the basic act which advocate for a partnership business, right? So it means in this act they have clearly mentioned how to start a partnership business, how to manage a partnership business, how to do operations in a partnership business, as well as how to disclose a partnership business. And the next act, Fraud Prevention Act number 7 of 1840, right? In this act, they have clearly mentioned if the opening capital is more than 1,000 rupees, then it is a must to maintain a written agreement, right? So, in these, for as a partners, right? As partners, they have to maintain an agreement. No? So, let's say there are 2-3 partners. So, to continue a business, they have to maintain agreements. As an example, 30% of profit. Let's say that I am continuing a partnership business with another 2 people, right? Then I have agreed with them to earn 40% profit for me, and the rest of 60% profit for another one, 30%, and the rest one also 30%, right? So altogether 100% profit. So these kind of things, and I am the head partner, right? I am the main partner of the business, right? And I am working in the business likewise. So we can make some agreements, right? So for that agreements, we can continue, we can maintain in 3 ways, right? So partnership agreements, we can continue in 3 days, right? 3 days. First one, oral, and the second one, written, and the third one, implied, right? But වාචිකව තියාගෙන යන්න පුළුවන් නේ. අපි කියන්නේ යාළුවෝට, right? There's a business. Let's start this business. I will give you 20% of profit. මේ වාචිකව කටින් කියනවා. Right? Okay, bro, I'm agree with you. Let's start. Then next one, written. It means we write the terms and condition and how to manage the business, the related things in a paper, and we sign. We agree. We sign in that agreement with that we have agreed according to the terms and conditions. And implied කියන්නේ ඇඟවීමෙන් නේ, ඇඟවීමෙන්. නිකන් අර කියන්නේ අපි කියන්නේ මේ මසන්දාසන් business one wonderful one. You also can join with you, then you also have an advantage නේ. වාඩ පාසියක් තියෙන්නේ. වාඩ නිකන් පොඩි අඟවන්නනේ. එන්න සෙට් වෙන වැඩේ කරමු කියලා පොඩ්ඩක් නේ. අඟවන්නේ අන්න ඒක අපිට implied. So there are 3 types of partnership agreements. So in these 3 types, if we are when we start the business and when we start a partnership business, if we are investing more than 1,000 rupees, then it is a mandatory to maintain a written agreement. So that written agreement, the agreement I told you before, which we have written all the terms and conditions and we have signed. So that written agreement we can call as partnership deed. So both are same. Written agreement is the agreement which we have written with including all the terms and conditions of that partnership business and signed, we can consider as also a partnership deed, right? So if you are investing more than 1,000 rupees, the collection of partners, investment is more than 1,000 rupees, then it is a must to maintain a written agreement. So it is mentioned in this Prudential Act number 7 of 1840, right? Next one, Business Name Audience Act number 6 of 1918. You know about it. So if the partners are using the full names to the business, then it is not mandatory to register. If they are not using their full names to the business, then they have to register that business. Understood? Right. Partnership agreements here, right? Types of partnership agreements. Types of types of partnership agreements, right? Basics, right? The basics are common sense, right? Types of partnership agreements. Right, finish. Right. So these are the basics of a partnership business, right? Main points ටික දුන්න ඔක්කොම right මෙන්න මේ ටික හරියටම බලා ගන්න අනිවාර්යෙන්ම මේ ටික අහන්න පුළුවන්, right? Right. Then ලියා ගන්න write down a topic. Write down a topic. Characteristics of a partnership business. A partnership business. Characteristics of a partnership business. Right. Characteristics of a partnership business. Right. Yeah, you have the first one. Members, the partners. Partners minimum 2 and maximum 20. Yeah, that was one. Partners minimum 2, maximum 20. Right. And the next one. Right. Liability is unlimited. Unlimited liability. Unlimited liability. That's not whatever, right? Unlimited liability. No legal personality. Unlimited liability. No legal personality. No continued existence. No continued existence. First one, unlimited liability. No legal personality. Next one, continued existence. Continued existence. Last one, not mandatory to register. Not mandatory to register. Right? Not mandatory to register. Not mandatory to register. All right. Right. So these are the characteristics of a partnership business. I'll tell you it again. Members minimum 2 to 20. Then unlimited liability, no legal personality, no continued existence, not mandatory to register, not mandatory to register, right? We are going advantages of a partnership business. Advantages of a partnership business. ව්‍යාපාරයක වාසි. Right. So what are the advantages? The first one, so it is not mandatory to register means if it is a business, not a mandatory to register, it is convenient to commence, convenient to start. No any legal procedures, no legal procedures. We just can start. Then no need a registration. So convenient to commence, convenient to start. ආරම්භ කිරීම පහසුයි. First one, convenient to commence. Second one, when we compare with a sole proprietorship, we can raise more capital. So as a sole proprietorship, there is only one owner. So as a partnership, we can collect up to 20. So 20 people are investing. Maximum 20 people can invest for this business. So when we compare with the sole proprietorship, we can raise more capital. We can raise more capital, right? Can raise more capital. The second one, and the third one is can utilize different skills of partners. No, so there are few partners. So someone is expert in accounting, another one is expert in sales, another one is expert in operation and supply chain, another one is operation in human resources, another one is expert in finance, another one is expert in production, another one expert in IT. So we can collaborate all these skills. We can collaborate all these skills. So we can utilize different skills of all the partners, right? And the losses and the liabilities also shared. Losses, if a loss, then it is shared. If a liability, so after bankruptcy, so the liability also they have to share. They have to share. Right? If we owe to the bank, then we have to pay to the bank because the liabilities are limited. But not as sole proprietorship, the single owner has to pay all the liabilities. But as a partnership, then liability also shared among partners. Not only the profit and liability both are shared among partners, right? And the next one is as a team. No? So there's a team, there's a group, so they can take collective decisions. They can take collective decisions. So when we compare with the single decision, the collective decision is more accuracy than an individual decision, right? So advantages are the first one, convenient to commence, and can raise more capital, and can utilize different skills of partners, and losses and liabilities are shared among partners. And as a team, they can take collective decisions. Right? So these are the advantages of a partnership business. These are the advantages of a partnership business. So next, write down the disadvantages of a partnership business. 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 The first one, you know two things. Unlimited liability. Unlimited liability. That's only unlimited liability. Next one, no continued existence. No continued existence. And the third one, no legal personality. No legal personality. First one, unlimited liability. Next one, no continued existence. And the third one, no legal personality. No legal personality. And the fourth one, easy one, profit shared among partners. Losses share among partners is an advantage. But profit share among partners means, profits are shared among partners means, it is a disadvantage, right? First one, unlimited liability, no continued existence, no legal personality, profit shared among partners. Then final one, conflicts among partners. Conflicts among partners. Conflict among partners. ඒ කියන්නේ මොකද? හවුල්කරුවන් අතර මතභේද හට ගන්න පුළුවන්. මතභේද ගැටුම්නේ හට ගන්න පුළුවන් නේ. එක එක්කෙනාට අනිත් එක්කෙනා හරියන්නේ නැති වෙන්න පුළුවන් නේ. පොඩි පොඩි අප්සෙට් තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. right? පොඩි පොඩි අවුල් තියෙන්න පුළුවන් ඕනර්ස්ලා අතරේ. right? පැහැදිලිද පුතාලා? Are you clear with this? Please drop a message or turn your mic and let me know.
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. So now we have already completed the partnership part, right? Now we are learning incorporated companies. Write down the topic, incorporated company. Incorporated company. Right. Incorporated company. What is an incorporated company? This is a very special organization, right? This is a very special organization. Incorporated companies means a firm which is required to be registered under the Company Act number 7 of 2007, right? A firm which is required to be registered. A firm which is required to be registered under the Company Act number, registered under the Companies Act number, Companies Act number 7 of 2007, comma එකක් දාන්න comma මොකද ලියා ගන්න ඕන with a legal personality, with a legal personality, comma can raise capital by issuing shares. Can raise capital by issuing shares. Capital by issuing shares, and the liability of the shareholder being limited. And the liability of the shareholder being being limited. right, is an incorporated company. Is an incorporated company, right? So, incorporated company means a firm which is required to, register under the Company Act number 7 of 2007. We have already discussed about Company Act number 7, right? So, all the things included in this Company Act number 7. So how to start, how to register, how to start or how to register an incorporated company, how to issue shares, how to manage the business, how to maintain the board of directors, how to disclose this kind of business, so how to provide dividends of the business, so likewise, right? So a firm which is required to be registered under the Companies Act number 7 of 2007 with a legal personality. So here they have a legal personality and they can raise capital by issuing shares. I will tell you it again. I will tell you it now. I will explain you. And the liability limited. Limited liability. And the liability of the shareholders being limited. So I told you, as a sole proprietorship, we consider the name of the boss is owners. For partnerships, they are partners. But for incorporated companies, we call them shareholders. Shareholders, right? Shareholders. So you have an idea about legal personality and limited liability because we have learned it before. So today I am going to teach you about issuing shares and how to raise capital by issuing shares, right? How to raise capital by issuing shares, right? So let's say I need to start a business, right? I need to start a business. To start that business, we need minimum 100,000 money. We need minimum 100,000. But I have only 60,000. I have only 60,000 to start a business. I need at least 100,000. Right? So what are the options I can take? I can ask a loan from a friend, or I can ask a loan from the bank, or I can ask a loan from a casino or something, right? But what the thing is, when we obtain a loan, we have to repay it. We have to repay it. Sometimes we have to pay and additional extra interest also. We have to pay sometimes an additional extra expense, right? But we have another way to find that 40,000. We have another way to find that 40,000. We can do a thing like this, right? So so the total amount we need is 100,000. Total amount we need is 100,000. So we can divide this 100,000 into 100 pieces. We can divide it into 100 pieces. So let's say shares. We can divide into 100 shares. Then a share value is 1,000. Share value is 1,000. Not only 100. If you need, you can divide into 1,000. If you need, you can divide into 10,000. No problem, right? It depends on your opinion, right? So we can divide a certain number, right? No problem. So I divide this 100,000 into 100 pieces. Then there are 100 shares. So one share is equal to 1,000 rupees. Then I can purchase 60 shares. Then I can purchase 6 because I have 60,000. So I can purchase 60 shares of this business. Then the rest of 40 shares, I can invite my friends to invest for the business. I can invest my friends to invest for the business. As an example, I will invite Naditi, and I will invite Tarulya. I will invite Naditi, And I will invite Tarulya, and I will invite Ramya also, right? Yeah, right. I will invite yes, Ramya also, no problem. Ramya. I invite, right? So I told them that I am going to start a business. So to start that business, we need 100,000 of cash. At the moment, I have 60,000 rupees. So I divided that required 100,000 into 100 shares. Then a share value is 1,000. Then I purchased 60 shares out of this 100. So 40 shares are remaining. So if you need to invest for a business, then you can take the shares and you can invest. Right? Then you will ask me, so sir, yes sir, we can invest, we have some money, but what are the benefits we can obtain? What are the advantages we can obtain with investing in your business? Let's say, in this one, I have 60% shares. As a percentage, I have 60% shares. Right? And Aditi go and okay, sir, I have 15,000. Right? And Kamala said, I have 20,000. Right? And Ranu said, I have 5,000. Right? Go ahead, okay, then you take. Right? Naditi takes 15 shares. And Tarulya 20 shares. And Ranumi 5 shares. Right? So as a percentage, I have 60%, Aditi have 15%, Tarulya have 20%, and Ramani has 5%. As right? Okay, 5%. Right? So then the advantage is let's say that we earn 1 million. We earn 1 million in the first year, right? Kalau untuk celana tuan awak duit, tadi pun laksa yang jalan ni, tadi dah happen apa mereka kita lagi mulai 1 million. So then you are asking the advantage. I'm saying that for the whole lagi ni, let's say that if you that in the first year we earned 1 million, then the 60% goes to me. Then 60% goes to me. Tahu 60%. You know, 6 lakhs to Tanuja. Then for Aditi, her share is 15%. Then 150,000. 150,000 for Naditi. Right? We have again. And Tarulya, 200,000. Then Ranumi, 50,000. We can divide this. We divide this profit. We can divide this profit like this again, or we can keep a certain percentage as an investment. Have to reinvest. 1 million. Then I'm going to write no problem. 500,000. 5 lakhs. 5 lakhs. Let's reinvest to the business. Business का 1 lakhs था जो लाख से बाहर डाले मुझे वो एक 60% तो वाले ने 300,000 तो बता दी थी ना 75,000 Tarulya 100,000 25,000, right? Likewise, we can share the dividends. We call it dividends, not the profit. Dividends. Why dividend means it is a part of a profit, not the total profit. It is a part of a profit. Sometimes we in this profit, sometimes we reinvest. So the rest of the balance we divide. So like this. So this is the benefit you can obtain. The first benefit, and you have the ownership of. You have 5% of ownership in this business, and Tarulya, you have 20% of ownership. Aditi, you have 15% of ownership in this business. Right? You have the ownership, right? So this is how we can raise capital with issuing shares. Not only raise capital, we can raise capital with issuing shares. This is how we issue shares. Understood, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. Then, who is the owner of this kind of business? How do you have a business like car? So, if someone has more than 50%, if someone has more than 60%, he is the owner, right? Like, I own 60%. So, more than 50%, then I am the owner. Then I am the owner. Let's say, maybe හරි මේ මොනවද ලියාගන්න ඕනේ මේක ලියාගන්න එච්චර කියනකට කතා කරමු මට දාගන්න නෝට් එක උඩ ඉෂු ෂෙයා ඉෂු කරන හැටි එහෙම පොඩක් දාගන්න එදා හරියට දාගන්න මම කරන්න right when we deduct expenses from the income then we can consider as a profit right so here I have more than 50% so then I am the owner right someone has more than 50% then no any competition he or she is the owner right minimum I have only 40% I have only 40% Naditi have 25% and Rami have 15%. Don't have the gap. So that's what I see. Never divide the right? Then we must have need we must need a majority. We must need a majority. Then to become the owner, I need to get support from sometimes Ranumio, Sadulya, or Naditi. Right? Formally, I have to collect more than 50%. In a matter of therefore, I can ask Naditi to vote for me. Or I can ask Sadulya to vote for me. I can ask Ranumi to vote for me. So somehow I have to collect more than 50%, right? If I am unable, අපි තු මෙහෙම දැන් මම try කරලා මෙහෙම ගන්න. මට බැරිුණා ගන්න. right? නදීති මොකද කරේ? නදීති try කරලා ගත්තා මේ තුන්දෙනාගේ majority එක. නදීති තරුලයාගේ රණුගේ support එක ගත්තා කියලා. අරගෙන නදීති හදුවා කියලා 25 60ක්. එහෙම මොකද වෙන්නේ? Then she is the owner, right? Then she is the owner. right? නිකන් this is like the parliament of Sri Lanka, right? ලංකා පාර්ලිමේන්තුව වගේ තමයිනේ. බහුතරය ගන්න ඕන වෙච්ච එක මොකද කරන්නේ? එහා පැත්තෙන් කට්ටිය ඇද ගන්න ඕනේ ටංකා. ඇමතිකම් දෙන්නම් වාහන දෙන්නම් සල්ලි දෙන්නම් කියලා මොකද කරන්නේ? එහා පැත්තෙන් ගෙන්න ගන්න ඕනේ 113 හදා ගන්න 225. නේ? ඕමයි. ඒක benefits දෙන්නම් කියලා ගෙන්නනවා. ඒ වගේ මෙතනත් for incorporated companies also we have to take the support from the other shareholders if you don't have more than 50%. If you have more than 50%, don't need others support because you already have the majority. If not, you have to get the support. Right? If you are unable to get the support, then another one will become the owner with the support of others. Right? Support of others. Understood? Right. Right. So this is how we raise capital. This is how we issue shares, and this is how we collect dividends. Now, this is how we collect dividends. Collect dividends. මේ ලාභ එකතු කරගන්නේ මෙහෙමයි. Right. Right. Okay. Then this is the nature of a sole proprietorship business, right? Then we can categorize, we can classify incorporated companies like this, right? We can classify incorporated companies like this. Right? Incorporated companies. We can first we can divide into three, right? Limited companies, unlimited companies, and companies limited by guarantee. Right? These are the main classifications of an incorporated company. So in this we learn only about limited companies in our O-level syllabus, right? We learn only about limited companies. So these limited companies also divide into two. Limited companies divided into two as private limited companies and public limited companies. Private limited and public limited. And yet again, public limited companies we can divide into two: listed companies as well as unlisted companies. Listed companies as well as unlisted companies. Right? So in the syllabus we learn about only this part. Right. Classification of incorporated companies. Right? Mengkarena right? Makarana. Right? Tell me when you finish. Another. Right. Okay, so now we have an idea about it, no? Right, so in this lesson, we learn about only limited companies, right? In these limited companies, it is divided into two, mainly private limited companies and public limited companies, right? So now we are going to learn about the characteristics and difference between private limited companies and public limited companies, right? Private limited companies and public limited companies, right? ලියාගන්න right now topic difference between private limited companies and public limited companies. Difference between private limited companies and public limited companies. This one private, this one public. Right. This one private, this one public. Right. Hi. The first one is as a private limited company, right? So, private limited, how to identify a private limited company, right? How to identify a private limited company? The word private is prefixed to the word company, right? Let's say, so my business is a private limited company. This one is Tanuja Enterprises Private Limited. Private limited. Sometimes some people mention like this private limited. We have some are mentioning like this PVT LTD. Both are same. They are short form of the private limited. So if you see somewhere as PVT LTD or private limited, so this is a private limited company. So public limited companies like this, let's say a Sampath Bank, So after the Sampath Bank, they are mentioned as PLC. PLC means public. L means limited. C means company. So if you see something as PLC at the end of the name of the business, then it is a public limited company. If you see as PVT LTDO as private limited, then it is a private limited company. එක වෙනසක් වල. හරි එකක්. හරි එක වෙනසක්. හරි. So in this private limited public limited companies, some companies are listed in the share market. Some companies are listed in the share market. If a public limited company is listed in the share market, then we can consider it as a listed company, right? Listed company. If a public limited company is listed in the share market, then we can consider it as a public limited company. And there are some organizations, there are some public limited companies that are not registered, that are not listed under the share market. So then we can consider it as a unlisted company. It is not listed in the share market, right? Right? Then right, first one, right? We can write here PVT LTD, here PLC, right? Next one. So from here, I issue some shares. So my business is 1,000 enterprises. Well, business is 1,000 enterprises. It means this is a private limited company. So for private limited companies, we can't issue shares publicly. Publicly means we can't advertise that we are issuing shares of my business. We can't publish in the newspapers. We can't advertise on Facebook, television, radio, anywhere. We can't publish, right? We can only use our private methods. We can ask my friends. I can ask my relatives. I can ask my parents. I can ask my teachers. I can ask my cousins to invest, right? But I can't advertise publicly. I can't advertise publicly, right? Shares cannot be issued publicly. Shares cannot be issued publicly, right? Then public limited companies, shares may be issued publicly, right? So for PLC companies like Sampann Bank, Commercial Bank, Expo Lanka, right? Aries, Singer, Barnes, like this, they are public limited companies, so they can issue shares publicly. Can issue shares publicly. They can advertise anywhere that they are issuing shares. They are issuing shares, right? Okay. Then, as a private limited companies, members, shareholders must be minimum one to 50 maximum. As a private limited company, members minimum 1 need require and maximum 50. But for public shareholders minimum one, maximum no limit, maximum no limit, maximum no limit. If there are 100,000 shareholders, no problem. They can invest, right? Another difference, right? Here, minimum 1 to 50. Here, minimum 1 to no limit, unlimited, right? The next one. So another thing I have to tell you. So they have so many shareholders. So as a public limited company, they can be like 100,000 shareholders. But for private limited also, they can be maximum 50 shareholders, right? So all the shareholders can't control the business. So for all the shareholders can't control the business, right? For that situation, they commence a vote, right? They conduct a vote, right? They commence a vote. Then all the shareholders can vote for them. All the shareholders can vote for their candidate. Then they select a few of these. They select few of these to control the business. They select few of these to control the business. So these selected people we can call as board of directors. We can call them as board of directors. The board of directors, right? Remember? So all these shareholders can't control a business. It will be complex. So these companies, these kind of companies, decide to conduct a vote. Then they select some representatives. They select some representatives to manage the business, manage the whole business. So for that, all the shareholders can vote for them according to their power of the vote. Then they can give a highly effective vote. As an example, that if I have 40% shares, then I have 40 shares. Then 16, 40 shares. If Naditi has 25%, then they have she has 25 shares like this, right? According to their shares, their power is different, right? If I have out of there are 10 shares, so out of 10 out of there are 100 shares, out of 100, if I have 60, then I am the owner. I am the owner because I have more than 50. Right? If I have more than 50, then I am the owner. Then the rest of the directors we can select from the others votes, right? Ownership rate, like around 50, around 100, 200, 1,000, right? So like mainly for public limited companies, they come in some board meetings and votes, and they vote for the shareholders. Then the selected one, the selected shareholders manage the business. We call them directors. We call them directors, right? The bottom, the selected shareholders, we can consider as directors. So there's a board of directors means a group of directors, right? So there's a group, not only one director. There is a group. There are many directors. It depends on the scale of the business. So we call them the board of directors, right? So this private limited companies, for this the private limited companies, minimum they need minimum one director. Minimum one director. As a private limited business company, to continue the business, minimum they need one director. But for public limited, they need minimum two directors. Two onwards, right? Two onwards. Right. Right. So these are the main differences between private limited companies and public limited companies. Right? Understood, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Understood, all of you? Right. Others?
Yes, sir.
Good. ලියාගමු මේ ටික. මේකත් දාන්න හරි. at the end word mention කරන private limited එක දාන්න. PLC කියලා දාන්න. Right, hurry up. Finish. Right. I hope you finish, right? Now we are going to learn about characteristics of incorporated companies, right? Characteristics of incorporated companies, right? Right? Cannot transfer shares publicly. can transfer shares publicly. You can work. So let's say that I have shares. So I have shares. So I don't need these shares anymore. So I decided to sell this. So let's say that I decided to transfer this. I decided to transfer this to another friend. Then I can't transfer this publicly, and I have to take the permission from these. I'm telling these three that I am going to sell my shares. So is it okay for you if I sell this share to is it okay if I sell this shares to Kasum? The Melbourne, no, it's not okay. You can't. We are not approving here. Then I can't say. But for here, for public limited companies, they don't need to ask anyone to transfer shares. If they need transfer shares, they can transfer shares publicly and without others approvals, right? Another thing, right? හරි ඊට පස්සේ ලියා ගන්න characteristics of incorporated companies. Characteristics of incorporated companies. ඔයාලා දන්නවද දැන් ටමක් හරි right characteristics of incorporated companies. First one, members are members, right? එතන දාන්න මෙහෙම right members දාන්න බෑනේ. අපි දාමු mandatory to register. First one, mandatory to register or compulsory to register. Mandatory or compulsory to register. First one. ලියාපදිංචි අනිවාර්යයි. Right. The next one, liability is limited. Liability is limited. Well done, right? Liability is limited. Then having a legal personality. Having a legal personality. Having continued existence. Having continued existence. Mandatory to register, liability is limited, having legal personality, having continued existence, can raise capital by issuing shares, can raise capital by issuing shares, can raise capital by issuing shares. And raise capital by issuing shares. So these are the characteristics of an incorporated company, right? Okay, then write down advantages of incorporated company, right? Advantages. Right. Advantages. First one, can raise more capital. So their members are more than partnerships and sole proprietorships. Can raise more capital. Can raise more capital. Right. Next one. Having legal personality, having continued existence, limited liability. First one can raise more capital, and the second one having legal personality, continued existence, and limited liability. And the next one, I'm going to one. I get one can raise more capital. 11 having legal personality, continued existence, limited liability, then managed by a board of directors, නේ? Directors are මේක manage කරන්නේ. Managed by a board of directors. Managed by a board of directors. Now there are disadvantages. Disadvantages of incorporated companies. Disadvantages of incorporated companies. Disadvantages of incorporated companies. Right? Alright. First one, profits and ownership are shared. Profit tax share and ownership tax share only because of shares. Because of shares. Profits and ownership are shared. Profits and ownership are shared. First one. Profits and ownership are shared. Next one, greater level of legal provisions. Greater level of legal provisions. Greater level of legal provisions. මොකද greater level of legal provisions කියන්නේ නීතිමය කටයුතු වලදී බලපෑම නීතිමය බලපෑම වැඩි. නීතිමය කටයුතු වැඩි. කියන්නේ to register this is not like sole proprietorship and partnership. There's a huge procedure, right? And we have to pay income taxes under the name of the business. So for the taxes, they are in the revenue department. They are asking our accounts. So keeping books means keeping accounts are mandatory. So for these kind of things, they have a greater level of legal provisions. Greater level of legal provisions, right? So, and in the tute, I have mentioned steps to incorporation of a company. But it is not mandatory in our syllabus. In our syllabus, it is not included, right? Company registration included, right? I will tell you in simple, right? We can, first of all, we have to choose a name, right? So, wait, I will show you. Wait. I can show you, right? So, we have to put a name first. So, is not loading, right? So first of all, you have to put a name. So before we put a name, we have to check whether that name is already registered. That name is all. We have to check whether that name is already registered in the government, right? As an example, I will show you now. I'm going to show you the screen, right? So let's say, so I have a business called Tanuj Enterprises, right? So this is the website of incorporate companies. So look at the point, mouse point, the Department of the Registrar of Companies. This is the authorized organization to register an incorporated company, right? And Registrar of Companies, Registrar General of Companies is the authorized person for the registration of these businesses, these incorporate companies, right? So here, search a company name online, right? So, so we can check. So if we search as Tanuj Enterprises, we can search. You can see this name. You can see this name already exists and cannot be reserved. Please add a word and try again. It means you can So let's say that we decided to put a name as Tanuj Enterprises. Then we first of all we have to go and search. We have to go and search in the ROC website whether that one is registered or not already. So when we put that one, so they have mentioned this name already exists. So it means it is already registered. Then we can't use that name. Then we have to try for another name. So let's try like this Tanuj Satsara Enterprises. Yes, this one is available. They are saying that this one is available. Tanuj Enterprises, Tanuj Satsara Enterprises is available. Right? We can proceed it. Phonetically, similar word found name found together, Tanuj Enterprises, right? Right. So then we can, if it is not, our name is not registered, they are saying that we can say, then we can proceed now. Here we can put as proceed. Then we can have to add some details of this, right? Email address. If I'm the director, it means if I'm the owner, then I can write down my name and administrator. And there are some forms we have to fill, like form 1, form 10, form 20, likewise, right? It is a big process, right? So this is how we the first step is this. First of all, we have to check whether our business is already registered or not. If not, then we can proceed, right? Then first thing, right? Then we have to prepare articles of association and registration of the same in the office of the registrar of companies, right? Again, we have to prepare some. There are some articles between shareholders and the kind of things, right? And we have to find a company company secretary. So most of the time, or most of the time, the company secretary means it is a lawyer, right? So many lawyers are company secretaries too. So then we can find one of them, and we have to do the registration through a company secretary. They have opened, they have started some registration firms, legal firms. So using that legal firms also we can register our business, right? Then we have to pay some payments for that application fees and for some taxes, like kind of things. Then we can process the registration. Then we have to hold a board meeting. Board meeting means, so we have to invite all the so as private limited is a small one, maximum might be 15. So we have to invite all the shareholders, and we have to take the first meeting, and we have to select some of the directors. Directors means we have, so all the 50s can't do this now. So 50. So if there are more than 50, if it is a public limit, not a problem. We can invite all, right? Then we have to put a vote for board members, board of directors. Board members means board of directors. Then we select board of directors, right? Then we have some process like passing first act. We call it resolution. Passing first action resolution. You have to pass a resolution for that how to maintain this, how to how about the administration of this business, like this we can discuss, right? Then we can publish in 3 ways. We have to publish in 3 ways. One in newspaper, or sometimes 3 newspapers, sometimes television, sometimes radio, social media. Likewise, too. That we have to publish that we have started the business name, including the name, mentioning the name, right? So this is the process of registering an incorporated company, right? So from here, an incorporated companies are all. So guys, are you okay with incorporated companies? Utala, are you okay? Are you
Yes, sir.
right? Others? Right. Okay. So today we learn about partnership businesses. We discuss what is a partnership business. We discuss about the effect for a partnership business, and we discuss characteristics, advantages, and disadvantages of partnership businesses. Then we came to incorporated companies, and first of all, we described what is an incorporated company. Then we classified incorporated companies, and we discuss about the main act, the Company Act number 7 of 2007, how it fit for the company, and we after the classification, we identified the characteristics and difference between private limited companies and public limited companies. Then we discuss about characteristics in common, and as well as advantages and disadvantages of incorporated companies in common, right? So from here, incorporated companies are over, right? So next we have to learn about cooperative societies, other societies. So then private sector is over. Then we have to learn about the state departments, state corporations, state companies, right? So state companies are not mentioned in our syllabus, but I hope to explain you. It is a small thing. Small thing means public companies means the scenario is same. Scenario is same as incorporated company. The difference is on the majority is owned by the government, right? As a company, the majority is owned by the government. Then it is a state company. Right? State company. So I hope to finish this lesson next week. Sometimes we won't be able to finish this next week because we have to learn about at least 4 days. But what that for we can discuss. Briefly we have to discuss only about cooperative societies. Others are okay, but let's see, right? Okay. So Pute, are you clear with today's lessons, guys? Please tell me, Putala, are you clear with today's lessons?
Yes, sir.
Are there any questions to ask about these contents?
No.
Okay. Okay, Putala, then let's start from cooperative societies next week and hope to finish it by next week. If not, it takes another week, but only like 1 hour, right? So don't worry. So till then, have a nice day, all of you, and have a nice week. And thank you for your attendance. Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Good night.